Best going right now.
And there we go! Greg Olsen.
Circus catch. Did he come down with it? Yes, touchdown.
Cam Newton knows who to go to and who to give the ball to.
He's at the top of the food chain if you're looking for tight ends. What a player.
Top of the food chain, says John Gruden. That tight end is Greg Olsen, who joins us live now on NFL Network on Inside Minicamp Live. You guys don't actually have a minicamp, Greg, until next week when you're back on the field. Expect to see Cam Newton throwing on the side. I know it's only on the side, but how has he looked so far when you have had a chance to see him?
I think he's looked great. I mean, he's in great shape. You know, he's been obviously doing everything you can do other than throw, which obviously is a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But he's been running, he's been working out, he's been lifting, conditioning. He's been there every day in the meetings, been every day out in practice. He's really done everything you could ask for, and I think everybody's eager to see him take that next step, which is, like you said, is kind of now start that progression of reintroducing the throwing motion and kind of getting that shoulder where it needs to be during camp.
You and I were joking off the air before we started this thing here. It seems like there is no off season anymore. In years past, if a guy had been injured, Cam or whomever, you just see them in July. But now we follow it week by week, obviously, which is the way we do the NFL now. Do you feel like you guys get a rest anymore?
It's funny. I feel like as I've gotten older, it just feels like one season just kind of blends into the next. You can't afford to take as much time off. Your body doesn't bounce back like it used to. And, when you're over 30 now and you take a long time off, your body, it's even that much harder to get back in. So you almost end up just going year round in some capacity. But, it's just the nature of the game. This is a full-time job for all of us. This is what we do. This is what we love. The NFL has become obviously the biggest sport, arguably in the world. And, there's a lot of coverage and there's a lot of expectations and a lot of eyeballs are curious to see what guys like Cam are doing and what moves teams are making in the off season. And, it's definitely a very special time right now for the NFL.
Well, we're also interested, obviously, in what you're doing as well here. And part of that is going on vacation, right, with Ryan Khalil and having fun with that video, kind of spoofing Cam last week. Was that your idea?
It was all Khalil's idea. Khalil is the resident creative director of the Panthers. He's pretty talented. He's got a real good eye for what's funny and what's creative, and then he can kind of execute it. So it was kind of a last-minute idea. We every year we go on an O-line, tight end, and Luke Kuechly. He's kind of the one addition to the group. And we go camping for 2 nights up in the mountains of North Carolina, just, bring some of the new guys and just enjoy each other. No phones, no nothing, just camp, fish, and do all that. We kind of got the idea that how fun it would be to kind of make a video, and Ryan took that and ran with it. And, of course, everybody saw the final product was pretty good. So everybody had a pretty good time with that.
Is Cam cool with it?
Oh, yeah, he was great with it. We showed it in team meetings. He laughed as hard as anybody. He's great like that. He understood that it was all in fun, and it was probably a compliment because we were all jealous that we weren't at the birthday party because his video looked like a ton of fun. So we had to show him that we could have. I don't know if our trip was quite as exciting, but we did the best we could to make it look like it.
Talking to Greg Olsen here, Panthers tight end. Greg, one last thing here before we talk about your event coming up here. What is it? Or rather, let me rephrase that. Are you with Christian McCaffrey when he says, and the quote is here, it sucks that he can't get on the field yet because Stanford isn't done yet with its academic quarter? What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that's just backwards. I just think that's, at some point, I think the NFL and the NCAA years ago or decades ago, whatever the time frame is, kind of struck up that agreement as kind of a, we'll take care of you, you take care of us. But I just think it's so outdated. I just think that rationale just is just not up to date with how things operate. In today's world, a kid makes a decision, he moves on to another step of his career and leave school early. He's not even enrolled. He never even started, the last quarter or semester or whatever they're on, because obviously he was training for the combine and the draft and whatnot. So it just seems like a very antiquated rule that definitely needs to be revisited, because at the end of the day, these kids are being hurt. Here's a young kid looking to come in and, just become acclimated with a new team and join the NFL and make a huge step in his career and his life. And, because of something completely out of his control, he's forbidden from being with us the last, a month or two from the time he was drafted. So it's just, there's no reason for it. It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. Imagine a white-collar job, an accounting firm, a law firm, for example, telling a recent hire, we can't start you on day one until the academic year, which you're no longer part of, is done at the school that you no longer attend. So I think we're on the same page on that one. Greg, tell me about what you're doing with it's crazy, with Kyle Busch, the NASCAR champ, and M&M's here, because I like M&M's.
Yeah, Kyle and I had a really good time. We filmed, we got together and teamed up for Riding with Kyle Busch, a series that he hosts, and I got to drive around and hold some of his trophies and kind of shoot it a little bit and hang out and talk and help kind of announce the launch of the new caramel M&M. And we had a great time. You can check out the video. It's on the M&M YouTube page. And, right after we got done shooting that, he goes out and wins the All-Star race. So I guess between my presence and the ride and obviously the M&M caramel, was good luck for him. So we had a great time. It's been fun working with him and getting to know him, and it was all for good fun.
Yeah, it's a fun video. Riding with Kyle Busch. It's online from M&M's Caramel, the Caramel M&M. And Greg Olsen, who gets back on the field next week for Panthers mandatory minicamp. Greg, always appreciate the time. Good luck in camp. Good luck the rest of the way. Talk to you